Gordon Miller Show, the Gordon Miller Show, epic show, the Gordon Miller Show. Show me blessed. Blessed is the Gordon Miller Show. Yes, you made it to the Gordon Miller Video Podcast. This video podcast is brought to you by Nothing Entertainment. Yes.
Thank you very much for stopping by the Gordon Miller Show. For sure, for show. The Gordon Miller Show is where it's at. Now that odd intro is out of the way, I just want to say, and I want you guys to know that Stranger Things was one heck of a series. It's unfortunate it had to end. And, this may cause a little controversy, but I'm going to go say it anyway. The individual that came out, I mean, I'm neutral when it comes to that, but when you have to these TV shows are getting to the point where I don't care what your preference is. I mean, I'll even watch Witcher season 4 without Henry Cavill, by the way. I'll watch that. And I know what's going on. I know the writers are trying to send a message. They're trying to get their point across, an undertone. Wasn't born at night or last night. I was born at night, but not last night. And I get it. I know what's going on. I still kind of enjoy it because it's the show, and I'm like, okay, I don't care about this. But it's a double standard because I really don't think that people would be very happy if they'd say if they would have an undertone message of like straight people in marriage. I mean, Look, I'm one of those that likes diversity and everything and diversity of thought, and that's all good. But when you throw something on you, and another thing about this is the fact that there's like these a show from like the 7th or 8th century about the Vikings, and you see a Asian person or a Arabic person, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. There was individuals that had some in the Viking era. They recruited individuals from the Arab land or the Hindu land of India or Oriental lands of Southeast Asia or China or Japan or whatever. My point is that it's to the point where, okay, I get the point, but how much are you going to make it realistic? I'm all for diversity again, but you don't have to throw it on me all the time. When it comes to this, I get it. You're trying to you're having a hidden agenda when you're doing these shows. And, at what point do you sit there and say, okay, enough's enough? I mean, you can call me whatever you want. You can think whatever I want, but I know that I'm not prejudiced. I know. It's gonna. This video might come across as annoying, or you think that I'm going to be prejudiced when I say this, but it's not the case. It's not the case. I don't give a rat's butt, but when you force your agenda on somebody, like Stranger Things, with the guy coming out of the closet. I can't remember his name. The one that, anyway. But I think his real name is Noah Schnapp in real life, but and maybe he is in real life. Who knows? I don't care. More power to him. That's cool. That's your cup of tea. That's your cup of tea. but it seems like, you can't say anything bad about it. You can't say, or you can't be critical of it. I'm okay with it, but it's like, come on, really? I'm not going to be too extreme. I really don't care what you do with what you do with your private parts and your personal life. But do you have to, toward the end of the show too? I mean, what couldn't they just do it? I guess maybe the writers thought maybe if they did it in the middle part of the show or towards, they didn't save it towards like this. I think it was the second to the last episode. Then people probably would have been turned off by it. Even people that are in the middle, are neutral when it comes to these kinds of statements. And there's always on Tubi. There's films, the LGBTQ stuff, and that's all fine. I don't care what you are. I'll respect your pronouns, but just don't have to have a hidden agenda all the time. Is this going to be the new norm? 200 years in the future, they're going to have these videos. They're going to have shows like this that are going to be portraying this. At what point do you sit there? Okay, enough's enough. I mean, move on. You don't have to have every show like that. I get not every single show is like that, but I mean, come on. At some point, you have to. Anyway, thank you for watching.
What lurks in the underworld is a mystery to us all. Very few know exactly what is going on in the underworld.